Hey everybody, I have a 2007 Honda Accord. This is an EXL model. It's got the leather interior, so you might look familiar. I've bought this car brand new back in 2007. I think it's got about 150,000 miles on it. Been an outstanding car so far. So I am having issues when you open the door, and it's done it one time before. When you open the door, only one of my interior lights work, and so you can see it'll work to push it and it'll work to push it, but only one of them will actually come on. And so to test it, I swapped out the bulbs in both of them, and it's not a bulb issue. So what it is, there's a switch up here, there's a switch here. I did it probably 2 years ago, and I took it, and there's a fix where you can actually drill some of the brads out of it that I'll show you, and then you can solder the plastic back together after you bend the connectors to fix it. But apparently it's only a temporary fix, because now that a couple years later it's doing it again. So I bought brand new switches, and I will actually replace these switches. So that's what the video is, to showing how to replace these switches and get all this off without cracking your lights here. Okay, so now, and you can see the lights. The trick is here, after doing this without breaking your thing, you gotta have a thin blade slotted screwdriver. And so you will just take it and go up in here, and you can just work the piece out, just like that right there. And you'll do it again on this side, and then the piece just conveniently comes out. And so that's what it looks like. And so if you try it any other way to pry it from any side, you break these little plastic tabs, and you're going to have to replace your cover, because it's going to rattle. And then that's what it looks like up underneath. And this right here is the switch that we're going to have to take out to replace, and right there is the bulb. And so we'll do this right here the exact same. It just really comes out very, very easily if you do it right. If you don't, then you're going to have some trouble. It's really tough to do it one-handed and hold a camera, actually. And so there that one is, and you can see the same deal. Okay, so I'm going to take it's going to be a 5/16. You got four screws you got to take off. You got one up in here, one here, and then when you drop the sunglass case, you have two of them up in there. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and remove those 4 screws with the 5/16. And so when you get those four bolts taken out, you can see the whole thing just falls down. I'll close that up. Just you kind of got to pull it down so you don't rip your. There you go. And so it should look like this right here. So you got two cables back there, and you can see your switches. You can see the black top right there. Then you can see one here on the other side. Right there's the switch. And so now you're gonna have to pull those out. Now I disconnected those 2 wires that I showed you right here, and then right there where the green is. I wanted you to be able to see what I was looking at. And so now that's the view from the front. And so what we got to do is, there's clips. Man, this is tough to do here with only one hand. And so there's little clips right here, and there's a clip right here, and then same right here, and then right here. So you want to get this plastic out, the centerpiece. So all you have to do, there, so I can. There's that. Well, nobody ever said this is easy. Just like that. So, and you can see these little clips
right here. They're not even clips, they're really just little detents. And then there's one on that side, and then there's one on that side. And so now that you got your little switches out, you can see them right here. And so pretty easy to take them out. You really just got to take a screwdriver, and they should slide right out. So you just got to go from the top right here, and you can see what I'm doing here, and just taking a screwdriver and just slide it right out. Of course, nothing is working right now. So I slid it out. When you slide it out, you can see there's metal pins in there. And this right here is the same thing. Slide it right out. So the two switches on the left are the factory switches. You can see how they have a black base and a white top. And these are the two switches I got from Amazon, which they're all white. And you can see what I'm looking at here. So this is what I purchased from Amazon. It's just dome light switches. It said they actually didn't fit a Honda Accord, but many people on the site and review said it did, so I tried them. And so we'll see. They're made by Dorman 924-798. And so for these right here, you'll see the little rough pieces on the side. That's where I had to plastic solder the switches back together. After I drilled them out, I had to drill these pins out before with a small drill, took them apart, fixed the connectors on the inside, and then soldered the plastic back together. But now they're back to not working. So I'm going to replace them with these switches on the left, and I'll replace them just the way I took the other ones out. So I'll just take it and slide it back in place just like that. And with this one, same thing. Just take it and slide it back in place. And then I will put it back together exactly in the opposite way that I took it apart. Alright, got it all back together, and you can see, let me open the door. Both come on. I have some issue with this bulb. This one bulb over here, the actual bulb itself is bad, but I'm not sure exactly why. When I move it around, it works. So again, now they work. Both of them work. Like I said, I'm having issues with this bulb itself. It looks like it's got an impurity on the inside of it, so I'm going to have to replace that bulb. But the good news is, both switches work. No issues. And you can see that bulb is still flickering. And so I took one of these apart so that way you could see what it looks like on the inside. Let me get these pieces here. And you can see these metal connectors right here. They get bent down, and that's what needs to be bent back up. These metal connectors just get bent down over time from using the switch. But regardless of that, I mean, you can fix it once, then after that, you really got to replace it, which is what I just did. Hope you find this useful.